had a family member who held a literal grudge against you just for being born a girl? My grandma never hid it. When I was born, she actually refused to visit the hospital. She had this massive obsession with a grandson, carrying on the family legacy. So growing up, my older brother got the college fund, the constant praise, the vintage Rolex when he graduated. I got generic sewing kits from Walmart for Christmas, every single year. Fast forward to last Thanksgiving. I'm 24 now, living in Chicago, doing pretty well for myself in commercial real estate. Grandma is sitting at the head of the table, going on a rant because my brother just dropped out of law school to go live in a van in Oregon, but she immediately excuses it. Boys need room to explore, she says. Then she looks right at me. I'm standing there pouring gravy over the turkey, and she asks when I'm finally quitting my little office job to find a husband, because, playing business is temporary. Usually, I just bite my tongue to keep the peace. It's what I've done my whole life, but I had literally just closed a massive deal that Tuesday. My commission check was more than my parents' combined yearly salary. I'm holding this heavy ceramic gravy boat, looking at this bitter 80-year-old woman adjusting her pearls, and something just clicked. Not in a loud, dramatic way, just complete clarity. I quietly set the gravy down on the good tablecloth. I leaned on the back of my chair, looked her dead in the eye, and said, "Actually, Nana, I'm not quitting. I just closed on the Miller property." The room went completely dead silent. The Miller property was this massive, abandoned Victorian house right next door to hers that she'd been complaining about for 5 years. The bank had been holding it forever. She scoffed. She physically waved her hand at me. "Don't be ridiculous. The bank wouldn't give a single girl a mortgage for that place." Who co-signed? I pulled my phone out of my pocket, opened the escrow confirmation, and slid it across the table until it bumped her water glass. "No one," I told her. "I paid the down payment in cash. I get the keys next month." I watched her put on her reading glasses. I watched her read my name, just my name, on the document. No husband, no male guarantor. The granddaughter she wrote off on day one just bought the most expensive house on her street. I smiled, grabbed my wine glass, and told her I'd be tearing down the ugly chain link fence between our yards first thing Monday so she wouldn't have to look at the weeds anymore. For the first time in 24 years, she didn't have a single sarcastic comment. She just looked at the screen and then slowly looked up at me. And honestly, that absolute stunned silence was the best apology I'll ever get.